Hey everybody, it's an exciting day in the Protective Diet Test Kitchen. I'm testing out 2 secondhand bread makers for 2 special friends. So my friend Jenny that lives next door adopted a Protective Diet just about 2.5 months ago, and she wanted to lose 30 pounds. And she was gluten-free. Gluten was no good. It was not her friend. And she bought a bread maker to make my PD bread maker whole wheat loaf, the onion loaf, and she put it in there and it was a fail, a brand new bread maker from Amazon. So I brought that bread maker over to my house and I assembled the loaf to make sure it wasn't a user error, and it wasn't. It was a dud unit, a dud machine. So I told her send it back. So Jerry and I went out hunting yesterday for 2 bread makers because I wanted to surprise Jenny with this one that we found first. We went to 3 secondhand shops and found lots of bread makers, and these were the 2 best units, the widest loaves and the newest ones. And this one was a whopping $7. And I'll show you these loaves. They came out perfect. And I bought the second bread maker for Janice, who moved here from Virginia just yesterday, day before yesterday she moved. Her movers are here today, and I found hers was $8, but it was on sale for $5.60, and I don't think this one was ever even used, and the loaves turned out perfect. This one's super hot, and I'm gonna run this one over next door with a hot loaf of bread in it to show her it works perfectly. And Janice's, I'm going to show you. I'm going to slice because I'm going to bring this over to her house. Today the movers were there. So I want to surprise her with her feast. She day fasts along with me. She's been doing a protective diet for years. And look at this loaf of bread. It's perfect. This is the onion loaf, and I crushed some dried rosemary that I picked out of my garden last year and put that in there to season it up for something, for a twist on the onion loaf recipe on protectivediet.com. So I wanted to show you this, and I also wanted to tell you the reason I got these bread makers was I put out the bread maker recipe just before Janice was getting ready to move. So she's like, I'm not gonna buy a bread maker and then move it across the country. So I'll get one at a secondhand shop when I get out there. Can you keep your eyes open for one for me? And I'm like, of course. Well, yesterday we were out there looking around and we found this one for her. And I'm so excited. I'm gonna slice it up and deliver it over. And Jenny, she went on a protective diet 2.5 months ago, and her goal was to lose 30 pounds. And she is almost there. She's at 25 pounds, and 3 months is usually the 30-pound marker. It's 10 pounds a month on a protective diet that we shed excess body fat. So she's right on target. She's going to hit her 30-pound goal for sure by June 15th, which would be her 3-month marker. Wait a minute. We're not even, yeah, we're at the beginning of June here. Oh my gosh. So we'll see where she ends up. But the best part was her doctor, she had a blood test done just after 2.5 months, and her doctor said, you don't have to take your statins anymore, and your thyroid meds, he cut them in half. So great news there. And not only are we about weight loss, of course, we are about optimal health on a protective diet, and we're doing it eating whole grain breads. So this bread, I want to mention, I milled my own wheat to make this bread really simply using my Como mill, and I know Jenny's gonna use some flour that she bought, white whole wheat flour, and you could do it either way. But I'm gonna slice this loaf. I let this one cool. This unit finished first and started second, and it took 3 hours for it to, I threw all the ingredients in there. Really simple, our plant-based ingredients, no oil in this bread. And then I turned it on. Basically, that's all you have to do with a bread maker. I turned it on and walked away, and 3 hours later, here I had this hot loaf of bread. I took it out, I let it cool down. It's still warm to the touch, So if you are digging in there, our Protective Diet community, if you're slicing your bread when it's still warm, make sure you've got a really sharp serrated knife and you're moving in a reciprocating motion, not pushing down. Let the knife fall into the bread, and then you can get perfect slices. And the reason I'm slicing this loaf ahead is because Janet is surrounded by boxes right now. I bet she doesn't even know where her knife is. So I've got to have this bread good and ready for her to dig into. She's a day faster, and Jenny is not. I want to mention that. Day fasting is just an extra option to add to your practice after you've gotten going if you want the benefits, the anti-aging benefits, the muscular retention and development benefits of day fasting, the high energy benefits, oh my gosh, the cellular recycling benefits, the protective benefits, the anti-inflammatory benefits, the benefits on your microbiome. There's so many benefits to day fasting, but just a straight up protective diet, it is life-changing. So then with this bread that I'm going to hop right back into the bread maker, and I'm going to bring her the bread maker like I just brought her a bread maker, not any bread or anything. She'd probably know better. She knows me pretty well. So I'm going to finish slicing that up after you leave me, but I'm going to show you what else I'm going to bring her to give you an idea of a really great housewarming gift when someone's moving in. This is an upcoming salad that will be coming up this summer when cucumbers and tomatoes are just everywhere. Out of our gardens, at the farmer's market, at the grocery store on sale, and they're super fresh. This is the skinny, big, fat Greek salad on a protective diet. And here I have yellow and red and green cherry tomatoes and English cucumber, sweet onion, you could use red onion. I have olives that I diced up fine, so I only had to use 6 of them for this whole bowl. It will season the whole thing. And this is going to be dressed with, it's a red wine vinaigrette that's coming up too. And it's going to top all of our summer salads this year, I know it. So I am putting all of this in here, and then I'm going to, I gotta leave a little room for some sprouts that I got going on here, and a lot of dressing. So I'm gonna give her a good amount of this good PD juice, this protective juice, because that's what makes this Greek salad so delicious. The dressing, the oil-free dressing, of course, and so that she can take her big pieces of bread and mop up all that good salad dressing. Also, I'm giving her a little bag of this lettuce that my friend Thad brought me from his garden. He lives south of me in St. George, so he's about 12 miles south, so it's warmer there. So his lettuce is happening now. So I washed this up, this perfect, beautiful lettuce, so then she can just eat it out of the bag straight up, put it on her bread, or if she found a bowl, she could put this in the bowl and then top it with this awesome dressed skinny Greek salad. So that's what I have going on, and I love to do little surprises like this, and I am so excited that I have 2 PD friends this close to me, right within range that I can run over hot bread. I wish that upon all of you, but what it takes is sharing. Be a living example, a walking billboard of health. And your friends around you are going to ask you, hey, I want to do that. Just like Jenny said to me, how long would it take me to lose 30 pounds on that diet of yours? So I wish you all, PD friends, I wish you all tremendous success. All it takes is every day following through with a protective diet. Those recipes are your guide. Use them, enjoy them, and get a secondhand bread maker. Oh, when you're picking out your secondhand bread maker, make sure it's wide like a loaf. Those shorter, compact units, you'll see them. They're all over the secondhand stores because they don't work as well. So look for the older units that are the wide loaf like this. And this one even came with a second paddle. so that if she accidentally tosses it out in the trash, she's got a backup paddle. It's kind of exciting. I can't wait to bring these over to Janice and Jenny and surprise them. Take care, everyone, and have fun on a protective diet. Share it with your friends and family. Best of health.